This is news breaking from the American Heart Association. We are announcing it for the first time right here.
We're back now with a new warning today from the American Heart Association.
De los Estados Unidos, la doctora Regina Benjamin, miembro directivo del American Heart Association.
Case studies indicating COVID may lead to heart attacks. Joining me right now is Dr. Mitchell Elkin. He's president of the American Heart Association.
So have you joined the Boss Family workouts recently with Twitch and Allison? I mean, we love those two, from So You Think You Can Dance, Ellen, and Dancing with the Stars. But now they have teamed up with the American Heart Association.
It's Live with Kelly and Ryan.
Years ago, the American Heart Association revised their out-of-hospital CPR protocol, and it's called hands-only CPR.
She's now sharing her story as part of the American Heart Association's Don't Die of Doubt campaign.
This is all about the American Heart Association's Healthy Bond for Life.
Late today, the American Heart Association putting out an advisory to pediatricians. As sales of marijuana soared during the pandemic, a new warning from the American Heart Association.
Tonight, the American Heart Association sounding the alarm.
A new report from the American Heart Association.
Heart disease is the #1 killer of men and women here in the U.S. and worldwide. So when the American Heart Association puts out a scientific statement, people tend to pay attention.
Es importante comunicar y American Heart Association quiere comunicar.
Según la Asociación Americana del Corazón, hay 3 factores que contribuyen a padecer del COVID complicado o fatal.
And joining me is Dr. Mariel Jessup, the American Heart Association's top medical officer.
Dr. Michelle Albert is president of American Black Cardiologists. She's working with the American Heart Association to research COVID in Black women.
Dr. Larry Mittenall is an American Heart Association volunteer.
KITV4's Maleko McDonald tonight talks with the CEO of the American Heart Association about surprise medical bills.
This is why I love the American Heart Association. They step up in real time to address a need.
Hello, Colorado Springs, and welcome to the 2021 Heart Challenge Kickoff Rally Day. After seeing some of the amazing things that we've been able to accomplish across the country over the last year, I'm so proud to be here with all of you and to share the impact the American Heart Association is having right here in our community. My name is Elizabeth Silverman, and I'm the Executive Director for Colorado Springs, and so grateful to be here with all of you. Over the years, we've had some amazing events happen in our community. I know many of you have attended our Go Red for Women luncheon, our Heart Walk, our Heart Ball, so many different wonderful initiatives over the years. And this year, we're excited to bring you a whole new experience called the Heart Challenge. So really, our goal with this event is to help get all of you moving and active and heart healthy and continue to fund our valuable mission to save lives. It really all comes down to this community and the people that we care about here. I'm so thrilled to introduce you all to our fearless leader, Tom Dashback, who is the chair of our Heart Challenge event this year. He is a longtime supporter, longtime volunteer, and is doing incredible things to make this a wonderful experience for all of you. Thank you for joining us today, and can't wait to get out and take the Heart Challenge with you.
Hello, my name is Tom Dashback, and I'm the president and CEO of TD Support Services Corporation. We provide a variety of international contract support services to the Department of Defense and other government agencies. We've been in business for over 20 years with our headquarters here in Colorado Springs. I'm excited to be the chairman for the Colorado Springs Heart Challenge this year on May 26th. I've been fortunate to be associated with the American Heart Association in one way or another for over 23 years. I was the previous chairman of the association's Heart Walk for 4 years. and that I was really pleased to be asked to be the board chairman for 2 years. On a more personal note, I've gotten to know the cardiology department at UC Health very well. They are truly outstanding in every way. This year, we're expanding the traditional Heart Walk to reach more people and offer more ways to get our hearts healthy. We're excited to have you all join our first ever Colorado Springs Heart Challenge. I'd like to tell you that we have a truly outstanding executive director too. Her name is Elizabeth Silverman. She's been with the Heart Association for several years and is the right person for the job. Now I'm excited for you to meet our volunteer executive leadership team, and they will share a little bit about how your support of the American Heart Association is helping our Colorado Springs community. Thank you again very much for all your support.
Hey, this is George Hayward, author, podcaster, public relations consultant, and part of the Pikes Peak chapter of the American Heart Association. Last year, the American Heart Association gifted 13 school districts across the Pikes Peak region a CPR in Schools training kit. This will let our schools train a new generation of lifesavers in our community on how to perform hands-only CPR. With that, I'm going to finish my workout now.
Hello everyone, I'm Nikki Goodwin and I'm a branch manager at Wells Fargo and a logistics officer in the Army National Guard. I'm super excited to be part of such an impactful and meaningful organization as the American Heart Association. With heart disease as the #1 killer of women, the American Heart Association is committed to continuing the Go Red for Women movement here in Colorado Springs. This year we had 6 amazing women represent our city as Women of Impact nominees. They each raised donations and created impact teams to create real change to heart health and education in our community. Congratulations to Dr. Betty Kim, cardiac surgeon at Cardiac and Thoracic Surgery Associations at Penrose Hospital, who was this year's Colorado Springs Woman of Impact of the Year. Congratulations.
Hello, I'm Wayne Heilman from the Gazette. I'm a business writer there. I'm also on the leadership team of the American Heart Association Heart Challenge. Here in El Paso County, we have more than 25% of our community with high blood pressure. The American Heart Association is working with our federally qualified health clinics to control hypertension through a program called Targeted BP. This allows people in our community to know their numbers and take action on their blood pressure to prevent health problems from happening.
Hello, I'm Eric Vaughn. I'm the System Executive for Centura Health, covering heart and vascular services in Colorado and Kansas. One of the ways the American Heart Association brings science to life is through the Get With the Guidelines program. The Heart Association works directly with your local hospitals to get them the most current and best policies and care procedures treating heart disease and stroke. This is how the most recent discoveries help save the lives of people in your communities every single day.
Hi, I'm Paulette.
And I'm David.
And we have been volunteers with the American Heart Association in Colorado Springs for over 38 years.
As a retired cardiologist, I know the impact of spreading awareness and bringing education to our community. With 80% of heart disease and stroke being postponable and preventable, all of us have the ability to take action in our lives to help reduce the risk of heart disease and live a longer and healthier life. It has been my goal for all of these years to help our patients add days to their life, to improve their quality of life. But more important, our goal is to add life to our days. And that is what we're trying to accomplish now through the Colorado Springs Heart Challenge.
Looking forward to seeing all of you at the Heart Challenge.
My name is Nikki, and this is my why. I am a stroke and heart disease survivor. In 2016, I suffered a stroke while I was at work and was rushed to the hospital. They performed dozens of tests and ultimately found a tumor the size of a tennis ball inside my heart called a myxoma. I had emergency open heart surgery the next day and a pacemaker implanted 4 days after that. For 4 years prior to my stroke, I had increasingly worse symptoms, including difficulty breathing, the loss of my voice, it was down to barely a whisper, weight loss, ankle swelling, and much more. I went to a breathing specialist to help me understand why I couldn't breathe, but I ignored most of the other symptoms, attributing them to stress and my work conditions. If it wasn't for modern technology and the ongoing research to battle heart disease, and if it wasn't for the medical professionals' quick action in 2016, I wouldn't be here today. I would have died at that hospital. The American Heart Association raises funds that support ongoing research. It educates millions about how to detect and act when symptoms arise, and it supports survivors and their families by building community. I'm beyond grateful to be part of this survivor team and join this year's Heart Walk. 4 years after my illness, I'm almost back to normal. I hike Colorado 14ers. I travel when it is safe, of course. I got engaged in Rome and married in Australia. I volunteer for amazing organizations that support our community. I have an incredible family who I couldn't have made it through recovery without, and I have an awesome career. I'm happy, I'm inspired, and I feel grateful for all the opportunities that I have. But I do carry the scars of survival with me. Quite often, the first thing that people notice about me is the thick vertical scar on my chest. And they can't even see the 6 or so other scars that I carry from my pacemaker and the tubes that I had after surgery. For a short time, I did feel uncomfortable about these scars, but I've learned to accept them and wear them more like battle scars, because after all, I am a survivor. I can imagine that there are millions of other people who feel the same way that I do about their scars, which is why I'm writing a book with a loose title called Scarred: Real People's Stories and Letting Go of the Quest for Perfection. In the book, I share my own story and the stories of many other people who have learned to wear their scars and to tell their unique stories proudly. I walk for the medical professionals who work every day to fight heart disease and stroke. I walk for my family and my friends, and I walk for every person who struggles with the aftermath of a surgery and carries these incredible battle scars with them. If we fight together, we will win together.
Thank you so much, Mickey, for sharing your story about being both a stroke and a heart survivor right here in Colorado Springs. We are so fortunate to have amazing success stories like this all around us because of the longtime support of volunteers and donors bringing this all to life. Now you're probably wondering, how do I get involved? How do I sign up for the Heart Challenge? Well, you'll see on the screen that there is a QR code and also a website that you can go to sign up with yourself, your family, your company, your family and friends. Invite everybody to be a part of this. And there's so many ways over the next 4 weeks that you all can really challenge yourself to take on more activity. After this, I'm going to share with you a video where you can learn how to use our Heart Walk app and take on all sorts of different challenges and track your activity. We also want to say thank you to many of the locations across the community that will be opening up their doors on May 26th. So all of you can come in small locations and be in person for our actual event day. We'll have that information coming to you soon. And huge shout out and thank you to Centura for their sponsorship of the Hibble Center, which is one of our newest and most amazing facilities here in Colorado Springs. And I know so many of you are really excited to get in there and check it out. So make sure to get a spot for May 26th. You can also join us virtually. If you want to join from a hike with your family or a bike ride around your neighborhood or a 5K run, you're welcome to join however you're comfortable this year. We're also excited that Interim Healthcare is sponsoring our Week of Wellness. So you'll all be receiving amazing resources and ways that you can stay active and healthy and have everything that you need to do so. We are thrilled to have you all here. I know Mickey shared a little bit about her story and the fact that she has a pacemaker. Something that is so special to know about that is the American Heart Association funded the pacemaker with a $500 grant. So at any point, if you're wondering, will my contribution mean anything this year? Will it make a difference? Think about the millions of people that survive every day because of the pacemaker, and every dollar that's raised makes a difference. And every person that learns the signs of a stroke or how to perform CPR, you're just raising awareness and helping us save lives in that way as well. So thank you to all of you who are involved. We have some fun recognition levels that will also be shared later on, and you can see how you can all be heart heroes and make a difference. Thank you so much for joining us for the Heart Challenge. We're grateful to have you, and you each are making a difference in helping us save lives.
Hello, and welcome to this video tutorial on how to use the American Heart Association's Heart Walk app. The app is a wonderful tool you can use to update and personalize your fundraising page, communicate and recruit teammates and donors, and earn achievement badges. I'm going to walk you through how to use the app to help you have a successful and engaging fundraising campaign. If you don't already have the Heart Walk app, you can download it from your Apple Store or Google Play Store simply by searching for Heart Walk. As you can see on the screen, I have the Heart Walk app, and now I'm prompted to log in. You will log in using the same credentials as your Heart Walk participant registration. Great, now we can see I'm logged into my event. In the upper section here, we're able to see the event name, the date and location of the event. Below that, if you haven't already done so, this will prompt you or suggest for you to create a Facebook fundraiser. This will allow you to share your fundraising efforts and your campaign to your family and friends on Facebook. It's as simple as clicking Connect Fundraiser to Facebook. It will prompt you to log in, and then the Facebook fundraiser will be available for your friends and family. As we scroll up, we're able to see progress. So we have my progress, team progress, and company progress. On this screen, it does give you the option to update your personal goal. I am a coach, so I also have the ability to update my team goal. As we scroll to the bottom, the last thing we'll see is my achievements. So these are any badges that I have currently already earned. As you earn additional badges by completing different tasks within the app and or the website, you will see those achievement badges auto pop into this section here. All right, so now we're going to take a look at the bottom toolbar and go into each of these areas. So the first one is send messages. Great, so within here, we have some pre-populated messages for you all to share out to your potential donors and teammates. You can simply choose which message it is that you want to share. By clicking on that, it will show you all of the available social channels you can choose from to share this message. We have WhatsApp, LinkedIn, text message, email, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat. You'd simply click on which channel you want to send this message. It will prompt you either to log in or to fulfill whatever information you need, and then you'll be able to share that information. I'm going to do a demo of the text message, so just simply click on the text message icon. It will pop the pre-populated message in your subject, and then you can go in and add your to, who do you want to send this message to? We do also highly encourage to add a personal touch to any communication you are sharing through the website, and you can simply go into your text box and update or edit any information. At the bottom, this is the link to direct folks directly to your personal fundraising page, so just be sure to not edit that, as that will break the link. Also within here at the top, you can see there's the option to schedule some messages. So I'm going to go ahead and click on schedule. This will pop up pre-populated messages that we've put together for you all as well. You can schedule messages through LinkedIn and Twitter. So those are the two available social channels that allows us to schedule messages. All you would need to do is simply scroll through and select the ones that you want to schedule to be sent out. It'll be sent out based on the timeline in the message. You would choose your channel and click save. Those messages will then be set up, and when the time is appropriate, they will automatically be sent out. The last option up at the top is recruit. So because I am a coach, I do have this option to recruit team members. If you are a walker on a team and not a coach, you just won't see that option available. Within here, these are three pre-populated messages you can access. You would simply click on the message you want and choose your social channel. All right, so going down to the bottom, we have Fundraise. So if you click on the $sign, this takes you here to my donations. So this will show what my fundraising goal is and how much I've personally raised. This also gives you another option to send a message to solicit for donations. Up at the top, we can see there's team donations. So this will show the total amount for all of my team members and how much we've raised collectively and our team goal. The next option is enter donations. So this is a great way for you to enter donations that you've received, cash or check. The check deposit is a great function. It works similar to any banking mobile check deposits. You would simply click on check deposit. It will prompt you to submit a photo of the front and back of your check, enter the amount, and then it tells you how to endorse the check. These funds will then automatically roll into your fundraising total on your website and on your app. And then also those funds will automatically hit the American Heart Association account. Once that's all been processed, you can then no need to mail the check to the AHA office. All has been completed. The other option is cash. So if you do have cash donations you need and want captured on your website, you can fill in your donor information in here. It will automatically roll on your totals, but then you will need to submit those funds to the American Heart Association. Great, and then the last option we have at the top is make a donation. So this is where you can make a personal gift. You can donate to yourself or to your team. Definitely something we highly encourage for all participants to make a personal gift. This is how you can go about that. If you choose to click on donate to me or donate to my team, it will take you to the website for your Heart Walk event, to a secure site where you can then go and enter your donation. All right, the next option down below is to edit pages. So I'm going to click on that icon. This is where you're prompted to edit your personal page or your team page or your team page if you are a coach. Within here, there are 3 available areas that can be edited within a personal page. You can update your photo, you can update your story, and you can also update your video link. Definitely one or all of these areas, we highly encourage that you do add that personal touch to your fundraising page. You can simply click update image to change your photo, and then down here is update your story. In the middle, it also gives you the option to update your personal page URL. You can preview your page, copy your page link, and you can also share your page to Facebook. Because I am a coach, I do have the option to edit my team page as well. The only difference with the team page and personal is I do not have the option to edit the video on my team page. Otherwise, we have the photo and the story. Again, definitely recommend updating, personalizing one or all of those areas. All right, the last option here at the bottom is team management. So because I am a coach, I'm able to update and see this information in here. If you were not a coach and a walker on a team, you just wouldn't have that option available in the bottom right. Within here, we can see the team progress, how much the total team has raised and what our goal is. All team members will be listed below, what they've raised individually and what their individual goals are. And then it also gives you the option to contact your team. And this can be via email or text message. All right, anytime you want to get back to your main screen, the first screen that we saw when we came in here, you'll want to go to the upper left and click on the home button. The last area I want to point out is in the upper right-hand corner, the gear shift settings button. Within here, the first option is the reward center. So that's where you'll be able to go and redeem any points you've earned based off of your fundraising efforts for a t-shirt, visor, whatever item you may desire. That's where you'll be able to go and redeem those points. Reward centers stay open 6 weeks past your event date to redeem those points. Another area I want to point out is the event questions. So if you click on that, it will pop up an email to be sent to an AHA, American Heart Association representative. You can simply enter your question or comment within here, and then they'll be able to get back to you and provide you an answer. The last area I want to point out within here is the resources. So this is a great area. You're able to come in and see fundraising tips. As you scroll through here, we can see there's lots of information talking through similar areas we just reviewed with the app. It's going to talk about all of the available badges that are on the site that you can earn and qualify for. So definitely a great area to access to just learn a little bit more and get some tips and tricks. Also information about going social and your dollars at work, which will provide you with the American Heart Association's mission statement and where do your contributions go. All right, thank you so much for viewing this Heart Walk application tutorial. As always, the American Heart Association and American Stroke Association is here to support and assist with anything you may need. If you have any questions, please reach out to your American Heart Association representative. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Well, that's our team of volunteers, truly a great group of people, and we appreciate all their efforts. But also a thank you to all of you and the companies who have come together to make this a great experience this year. We're excited to see what we can all accomplish together to raise critical funds and awareness to build a healthier community together. Please sign up today and take the activity challenge on the Heart Walk app. Together, I just know that we will accomplish so much, and I can't wait to see you all again for our celebration on May 26th. Thank you for all your support.